Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the NBA Picks Show on the LineStar YouTube channel. Alongside my co-host, Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville, and we've got your top NBA picks if you're playing on Underdog Pick'em. And we also have your ladder picks as well. Another great game on Underdog. By the way, if you don't have Underdog yet, download it. And of course, use our promo code so you can get a nice bonus deposit match. Plus, you can also get one free month of the LineStar app as well. So the key is use that promo code LineStar and do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you are automatically entered into our daily pick'em contest. So if we go 2 for 2 on the entry that we're submitting today on Underdog, when randomly selected commenter, we'll win $20. We'll announce that on the show tomorrow. We've got 2 great games on the slate, elimination games to be exact. The Minnesota Timberwolves look to close things out against the Golden State Warriors. Minnesota, they're at home tonight, and the New York Knicks up 3-1 go to Boston to try to close the series out. Of course, the big storyline there, Celtics now without Jason Tatum, who underwent surgery to repair a torn Achilles. Just hate to see that. As a Knicks fan, just do not love to see that whatsoever. I would like to beat them at full strength, but either way, for tonight, with that injury news, there are some things to consider as we approach the pick'em market. So some things to consider there. But before we do, let's recap yesterday, or maybe we should just quickly recap because, man, our picks were terrible yesterday. Max Strus went 0 for 9. What happened to him, Tyler? Aaron Gordon almost got there over 1.5 threes, just 1 for him. And then our ladder picks, the only guy who really did anything was Aaron Nesmith for us. Nonetheless, we'll move on, try to regroup on this Wednesday. Any thoughts on yesterday's picks, particularly that Max Strus one? What happened?
The Strus thing is hilarious. We were talking pre-show a little bit because he sent his whole team a group text and said, if you don't believe, don't show up to work. And he may have believed, but did he really show up?
Certainly not for us, at least, or for his team rather. But yeah, let's hope our players that we pick for today and pick them can show up for us today, and hopefully they believe. Let's get into our first pick'em entry, which is our player picks for today. We're going to throw them on an entry using that extender bonus. Each game of the playoffs, you'll get an increase in bonus on Underdog. So take advantage of that so you can get a nice higher payout there. All right, let's start things off with a nice fade. Who doesn't love to start a Wednesday off with a nice fade of playoff Jimmy? Lower than 26.5 points. And listen, this 26.5 mark is a number that Butler's only cleared in 1 of 4 games in this series. Minnesota's a great defense, so Tyler, I'm not hating it. What is your assessment of this Butler lower on his points total?
I mean, he's been under in 6 of 9 playoff games. His shot volume is way down, and he does so many different things for this team that him getting the ball into the basket just isn't his priority. I think 26.5 is just a very high line for him, and that more often than not, he's going to end up well under that line. Both our projection and consensus projection are well under. So I think we should just lean into the projections.
Let's do it. And then let's go to the Knicks-Celtics game and take Karl-Anthony Towns higher than 31.5 points and rebounds. The projections on our LineStar app really like this one. Also, Cat's averaging 36.8 points and rebounds in this series. And there will be rebound opportunities, especially given the news that, of course, Tatum is done for the year. And for tonight, probably that means more, probably next year too. But for tonight, what that means for rebound opportunities is there will be more to be had. Tatum is such a force on the boards, and that's one less person to worry about. Cat's also been great on the glass. What do you think?
Yeah, he's just been an absolute beast on the glass, averaging 14 per game over the last 5, averaging 22.3 points per game. He's been over in 3 of 4 versus Boston. I like the spot. He's been consistent, and he hasn't been shooting well from 3. So, there's a clear path to his points kind of exploding if just a couple of his shots fall from 3.
All right, so that is our entry for today on Underdog using that extender bonus. Butler under or lower than 26.5 points, and then Cat higher than 31.5 points and rebounds. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you are automatically entered into our contest. Hopefully we can go 2 for 2 and give out some money, $20 to a randomly selected commenter, and we'll announce that on tomorrow's show. So make sure, if we hit it, to come back tomorrow and check in with us to make sure and see if you won. All right, let's get to our ladder lineup. We've been having a ton of fun with this. Unfortunately, yesterday's ladder didn't cash for us, but hopefully we can be back at it today. And with the news that Tatum is out in this one, trying to take advantage of some spots here and some players who will benefit with Tatum's absence on the court. And those two players with the highest increase in usage without Tatum on the floor are going to be Jaylen Brown and Derrick White. But let's start with Brown here. 22, 26, 35. Those are some high numbers for Brown. However, this is a guy who's going to put the team on his back. There are some concerns here with Jaylen Brown's overall health, dealing with a knee injury. He's been a bit banged up. But remember that just in the last series, they were without Tatum, and Brown went off for 36 in that game. So I think that Brown, this is an opportunity for him to kind of put the team on his back at home, where he has an increase in points per game, and deliver for us here, especially given the fact that his usage goes up 13%, points per 100 up 11% without Tatum. What do you think?
Yeah, Brown's in a great spot. He averages 27 points a game without Tatum over like the last 40 games without him. So the upside is obviously there, and you know, Derrick White gets similar boosts. So
all right, so let's talk about Derrick White. Now, we're going to go with both of these here. And this is a situation where, you know, obviously they're probably not both going to hit that third rung. But hey, they've both succeeded and really dominated the stat category. We've taken particularly White during the regular season in player prop betting. This was a frequent place we went to whenever there was an injury on the Celtics, because he definitely benefits from anyone else really being off the floor, particularly with Tatum. He gets a 14% increase in usage, 10% increase in points per 100. So not a bad spot to play this as well. Any thoughts on Derrick White for tonight?
So in the game you mentioned with Brown, where he went for, what was it, 33 versus Orlando, White went for 17, but was 3 of 10 from 3-point land. So he was taking a lot of shots. They just didn't fall in. And that's really what we need to see from him, is just taking a lot of threes. And if he gets hot from 3, you know, the ceiling's the limit for him. He can really light it up. And I mean, he's had 41 without Tatum before. So we know that ceiling is there. They both just have to shoot well. And really, if Boston has a chance in this game, they need both of these guys.
Yeah, and he's been shooting well from 3 of the past 2 games, shooting like 50%. Not saying he's going to keep that level of shooting, but I mean, they're going to put up a lot of threes. That's kind of been the recipe for them in this series. So not a bad way to play this ladder's lineup. Now, lastly, let's go to the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga, who has a ladder line of 15, 19, and 26. Tyler, what do you like about Jonathan Kuminga's ladder prospects for us?
You know, it simply put is Golden State needs his scoring. They had him play 30 and 36 minutes off the bench the last 2 games. I think he's going to be out there a ton. And with that, he has a big ceiling. He has essentially been their leading scorer the last couple games. So I like the spot, and I like the ceiling. I mean, he had 30 versus them 2 games ago, and it was 23 last game. So the ability to hit that highest rung is absolutely there.
All right, so that is our ladders lineup. We're going Jaylen Brown, Derrick White, Jonathan Kuminga. Again, this is available on Underdog. And what you have to do is go to the originals button. It's on the bottom, and just click on that icon. It'll pull up the original games on Underdog, and then just scroll below, click on ladders, and then pick your favorite players. If there are some players that we didn't mention that we should maybe include in a lineup, drop them below. Any other player picks that you like for tonight, drop them below. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books on this Wednesday. Any predictions on if either are these series going to be extended, or you think tonight's the last night for both these teams? What do you think?
I bet one of 2 will be extended, I think. It wouldn't shock me if Boston comes out and plays pretty well.
I agree. I I'm with you on that one. I kind of think, I know Boston fans are, obviously and expectantly sad over the Tatum news. However, I think this is a team that's back at home, will rally, and even without Tatum, this is a very dangerous team, particularly from the 3-point line. And what we've seen is they're a hard team to stop when they're knocking down threes, which could in fact be the case for tonight. So we'll see what happens with that one, but good luck in all of your player pick'em endeavors. Remember to check out Underdog. Use that promo code LineStar if you haven't already and you are a new user. And like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Hopefully we go 2 for 2 on our extender and maybe even cash a 25x ladder for us. Let's go win some money on this Wednesday. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you next time.